Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, coming to you again with another 3 minutes of encouragement. Depending on where you are, good morning to you. Listen, so I want to let y'all know today's encouragement is on suffering doesn't always equal punishment for sin. One more time, suffering doesn't always equal punishment for sin. Meaning, usually when we suffer and a whole bunch of bad, crazy stuff is happening to us all around us, first thing we do is like, okay, what did I do to deserve this? This ain't fair. You know, this is this karma, or as you know, as people call it, is this something I sold? Something I did wrong coming back to me. It's not always the case. Example, look at the book of Job. Most people know the book of Job, but if you don't, basically Job was a good guy. He was a good man, and he went through a whole bunch of tragic events, not of anything that he had done to deserve it. A lot of times when suffering comes, it comes to teach you either one, about the people around you, because when you go through, you really get to see how people are around you. Number two, it usually teaches you what you're made of. A lot of times when we go through things, it really can bring out the worst of us, and sometimes it can bring out the strength in us. Only God knows what really we're made of besides us. Even our, friends, family, whoever that might give their opinion about the matter, they don't know how strong we are or how weak we are. But one of the tips I would say is during suffering, it's a lot of things people can or will do. There's nothing wrong with, accepting the fact that, look, you're really going through it. You can't figure it out only on your own. You may need some additional help and all that stuff. All that stuff is normal, and all that stuff is encouraged, to try to get whatever positive help you can get to get through the storm. One of the worst things you can do, though, a lot of people get frustrated and feel like, I don't deserve this, and so they disconnect from God. They get like offense in their heart, and they feel like, God, you did this to me, or you allowed this to happen, so like they turn their back on God. That's one of the worst things you can do. That's almost like your power go off in your house, and your response to that is, I'm gonna call the cable, not the cable, the electric company, and you like, okay, I'm done with y'all completely. Like, just turn my stuff off. I don't want nothing to do with y'all. Like, a storm has a deadline, has an end date. Only person know the end date is God. Even if you feel like he allowed it to come, he can somehow provide you the strength to get through it. But if you run away from him or turn your back on him, then it's like you've disconnected from your whole possible source of power. So that would be the last thing I would suggest you to ever do. But like I said, there is nothing wrong with, during the storm, reaching out to those close to you for help. And don't feel bad if people that you thought would be there for you aren't there, because at the end of the day, like I said, don't disconnect from God, because he always will be there. Hopefully this was encouraging to you. Remember, the more you know, the more you grow, and the more you grow, your price goes up. And share this with somebody. I want to see y'all win, man. God bless.